The IACP strives to develop police leaders at all levels through several different resources. Jim Hicks and David Rausch are here to discuss how leadership development remains at the centre of the IACP's professional growth and development agenda. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Very much indeed for getting up early and coming to see us this morning, so thank you. So what is the DEI task force and how did it come about?
Well, this particular DEI task force was a result of the strategic planning of the executive board actually back in 2022, right. Through President Letney's leadership. And the purpose at that point in time, and it continues to be, to develop leaderships and a diverse leadership within IACP.
And what's its focus?
So the focus is on our committees and our board of directors and our executive board. And so we've done a really good job at this point through the past couple of presidents of getting diversity on our board and getting them into committees. Now our focus is on the executive board.
And why the DEI task force in the first place?
Well, I think that what we saw, especially as a vision for the organization, is that we wanted to be able to build off of what we had done in 2018, right. Was looking at diversity within the profession. Now is really time to focus on the leadership in the profession, and it felt like it's a perfect time to look at that, perfect time to develop those leaders.
Absolutely. So when you look at the leadership, what are your goals?
So I think the goal is really to see the diversity that we see in our communities, right. Is to see it within our organizations, and that's really the ultimate goal.
Now, as you say, you've been, this has already started the initiative. So what have you seen come from it?
I think we've had a couple of positives. We've seen that we've been able to recruit a more diverse board of directors,
right?
And because of what we put out there and the efforts that we've made, there's been people who come forward who are interested that we probably would not have seen in the past.
One of the big issues everybody faces these days is engagement, right? It becomes more and more important and harder to do. And we're here in Boston with 17,000 people expected this week. How do you step that up? How do you maintain engagement?
Well, I think that's an intentional effort, right? I think we all have to be intentional about assuring that we are connecting. IACP is a great place to do that. As you said, over 17,000 members that will be here this week. It is really all of us on the board of directors, on our committees, the staff. It's intentional effort to engage all that are here.
My final question really is, how fundamentally important is it to the IACP to promote diversity?
Well, as Dave said earlier, we look at our profession and we look at our communities. And our communities insist that law enforcement right now, in this day and age, reflect not only what they look like, but also their opinions. And it's important that we accept those and know those opinions. And the only way you're going to get that is to be able to hear different opinions when you're sitting at the table.
Well, gentlemen, thank you ever so much indeed for coming and talking to us today. We really appreciate it, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.